All right. Let's do a quick weekend update on the stock market. And looking at SPY, we can see we did get that brand new all-time high and hit my price target right there at 494. And I think going into next week, it's going to be a very easy week to trade because now that we have the breakout above 491, you simply need to stay bullish while we're above 491. This is the point in the market where a lot of people are going to continue to try to say this is the top, this is the top, and every time we go higher, they're going to continue to say that. And I wouldn't be part of that crowd. I would just simply follow the chart. And right now, this chart is very easy to read. It is saying be bull above 491. So above 491, we are likely going to continue higher. And you can see we did try to break that price target at 494, but closed down near it. So next week, even if we pull back to 491, that could just be another buying opportunity as we continue to push higher towards 500 and then likely even higher. So yes, at some point this market will top out and at some point we will start to get the pullback. But in order to see that, we'll need to see price breaking down below 491. Below 491, then we likely come down and we have these two gaps to fill. We'll fill the gap at 489 and just below 483. But again, the price action has to tell us it's time, and that is going to be the breakdown below 491. So I do think it's as simple as that next week. Stable above 491 and look for these upper price targets right here at 494, which we closed out on Friday. And then just above that, we go to about 500 to 502. So that'll be the destination we're likely going to next week unless we break down through that support. And if we break down through the support, we have the gaps below that we're likely going to fill. On the NASDAQ 100 triple Qs, we were up 1.69% on Friday. And yet again, another brand new all-time high on closing prices. And we are breaking through that resistance right around 428. So above 428, we're likely going towards the 430s. And a good destination for a price target on the triple Qs will be up there right around 435. And you can easily see how SPY is going to reach 500 if the NASDAQ 100 is pushing into the 430s. So this is not likely the top. We're likely going higher, and we have those higher price targets to pay attention to as long as we can hold above this breakout at 428. If we break down below 428, then we come back down towards 424 and a gap fill right around 422. On the Dow Jones, we were up 0.34% on Friday, and we did break and close above the price target I had right there at 385. And I told you above 385, we were likely going to 391. So it is likely the Dow is going to continue to try to climb higher and hit that higher price target. Now the Dow is very simple. Stay bull above these support levels at 380 and 377. On the Russell 2000 IWM ETF, we were down 0.53% on Friday, and we're still holding this support zone right around 193. And as long as we're above 193 and this rising 50 EMA right around 192, we are likely going higher towards 207. Now, in order to get to 207, we will need confirmation of a bull breakout above this resistance zone between 196 and about 199.5. So if you want to wait for the bull breakout, those are the levels we need to break. And if you want a low risk entry, you're managing your risk down here between 186 and 190. On the ARKK ETF, we were up 1.37% on Friday, and we did close back over the 5 EMA, but we're getting very close to this bunched up resistance from all of these moving averages right around 47. And we already know we have a sort of double top rejection look from 48. All we need to do is break down below the neckline at 45.7, and that will confirm we're likely going down here towards 43. So the bulls need to get above that resistance at 47 and 48, and if they do, we'll likely go to 50 to 51. On the VIX, we were down 0.22% on Friday, and the VIX is still in the zone of low fear, which is more indicative of a bull trend. And in order to see more high volume selling, we're going to need to see a spike in the VIX, and that will require that spike above 15 and out here above 18. On Bitcoin, we're currently trading just under 43,000, and it has this sort of consolidation look around that resistance. And this is either going to be a lower high before we come down towards 38,000, or we're going to hold this bull trend above 42,000 and start an impulse of push higher towards 50,000. The push to 50,000 is likely coming as long as we can hold above 42,000. So I think it's as simple as staying bullish in Bitcoin above 42,000. On Nvidia stock, we were up nearly 5% on Friday, and I told you if we broke above 633, we would likely go straight to 670. Even though I did have a price target right around 649, I thought we would blast right through it. And you could see from the price action, we did gap up above 633, and then we just started finding buyers all day long, and we closed up near that price target at 670. We still have a lot of time before earnings, so this thing is likely just going to continue to run. And if we can break through 670, then we go to the next price target higher just below 703. So again, this isn't a stock I would bother shorting, and you could see Friday we did have decent volume on that bull breakout. On Tesla stock, we were down 0.5% on Friday, and we're still below a -5 VMA, so it is still possible we're going to this channel bottom bottom down here around 170 to 173, and I'm simply suggesting that we could be going lower while we're below 197. In order to get more bullish, we're going to need to break above 197, and then we'll be looking for that gap fill right around 207. On Apple stock, we were down 0.54% on Friday, and we hit the full range I was looking for, which was coming down here towards this support right around 182, and then bouncing up towards the gap fill just below 188. And we did exactly that after Apple earnings because we had plenty of volatility and we gapped down at the open, and then we closed near the high of the day and we closed that gap. So that arrow has played out, and we've now fully seen that price action movement. And now from here, Apple just simply needs to stay above this rising 200 daily moving average. So I think Apple is as simple as staying bullish above 182. If at any point we break down below 182, this could just have been a dead cat bounce before we continue down towards 177 to 174. So jumping back over to the S&P 500, keep in mind this is the territory a lot of people are going to come out of the woodwork and say the market is topping and it's time to start shorting and we're not going any higher. And you just have to block out all of that noise because there's nothing on the chart that says we need to roll over and die. We're going to wait for the price action to prove it by breaking down through that support zone at 491. Above 491, we're likely going higher, so I wouldn't be shorting that because it is a very bullish trend. You can see it's a very powerful bull trend just simply by looking at the price action and the moving averages. And at some point, every bull trend eventually has a correction, but trying to predict it is very difficult. So let the price action do all the talking and block out all the noise. And if you want to come crush the market with us, consider joining Bank Trade Alerts, where you will get all of your buy and sell alerts directly via email and text message. And it's very simple. We only trade two ETFs, the TQQQ and the SQQQ. You can find out how to join Bank by clicking on the link below. If you want access to all of my intraday updates and technical analysis, then you need to be in the Stocks Channel Discord server, and you can find out how to join that below as well. So thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you're crushing this market. And as always, I will see you in the next episode.